Have you ever watched a horror film and thought,
I could survive that situation. I wouldn't have made that dumb decision. I have survival plans that I would like to post publicly for other people to see.
that's where this show comes in. I'm Ian David Mayo, and this is Pros vs. Goners.
Post your survival plans in the comment section below for a chance for it to be featured in next week's episode. And now for a quick recap on last week's scenario. You wake up in a room with 50 other people standing in a circle. Suddenly someone gets shot with light from a sphere in the center of the room. Anyone that steps off their tile in the room gets shot with light from the sphere. You come to the realization that every 2 minutes someone gets shot. The group of people you are with realize that everyone has control over who gets shot through the process of voting, moving their hand to control a marker on the floor that shows who they are voting for. No one can see who another person votes for, they can only see their own vote. You can't vote for yourself, and when there's a tie, someone randomly from the tie dies if no one votes or the vote is tied between them again. It is assumed that the last man standing is the one that gets to live. How do you plan to survive? Roberto Rodriguez said, I would lie about my life and make it seem like I'm important. Say I'm training to be a neurosurgeon or nuclear engineer for the military. Before I say this, I would break down and say how I wasted my life in order to do said dream just to die. This combined with being nice to people and trying to make them feel bad for me probably would give me the best shot than telling them I'm just a college student. While appealing to the emotions of others, unless you're extra convincing, it probably won't work purely describing what you're in training to do. People would probably value the person that's already doing the jobs as opposed to someone who might do them. You're a goner. The Terry Mayo said, it definitely seemed like playing the game is a good way to die. Most likely the odds are really against you to make it out alive. I'd rather die on my terms. So I would start grabbing people and pulling them off their tile space. Once I found a person small enough I could use as a shield, I would step off my tile space using the body to block my side, facing the sphere, hopefully starting a domino effect of people falling off their tile spaces by ramming into them. Maybe the sphere can keep up, maybe it can't. Using the bodies to hide under or behind, maybe I could survive to be the last one alive. I know it's not the point of the movie, but fuck the guy who did this and his game. I'd rather ruin it all and die than die playing the game. This is a great plan. While definitely risky, it's entirely plausible that you could evade being shot by using the others, and knocking them off their mark ensures that they get shot themselves during the panic. You're a survival pro. Mako Junkie said, the solution to surviving depends on psychological manipulation. I have to convince a majority of the group that not picking a single individual or having a tie are unacceptable options because lives are left to chance. And then I single out an individual and convince the majority that they must be picked. I repeatedly confirm the majority is making the right decision until all others are dead. And then I convince the remaining majority to martyr themselves for the good of the group until I'm the last one alive. The main issue with this plan is that when it comes down to just you and the final person, it'll be a tie. It'll be extremely risky and leaving it up to chance. And leaving things up to chance in the end doesn't make sure that you are the survivor. You're a goner. This week's scenario is based off the movie The Ring, released in 2002. A fantastic horror film with a gripping gimmick and premise that is constantly referenced in pop culture. The scenario goes like this. You receive a videotape and a VHS player in the mail one day, and out of your curiosity of outdated technology, you decide to plug it all in and give the tape a look. After pressing play, the screen shows a series of strange and surreal images before settling on an image of a well. Your phone rings immediately after the footage cuts. You answer and hear a voice that says, 7 days. You immediately call a friend and tell them about what happened, and they say, you're probably gonna die after 7 days. What is your plan for survival?